What's going on, YouTube? So here's a little upgrade on my build, 1953 Chevy convertible. So I picked up a couple pieces, some more parts for the suspension. This is for the lower A-arm. So now I can install the lower A-arm. I got all the new chrome bolts. So I'll be installing those. Little upgrade on the engine. I built this bracket for the alternator, and I got it where I can adjust it. It can go back and forth. You could buy one like that, adjustable, but the price is a lot higher. So I did my own. These brackets came off for $350. That's what they're originally made for, and I just did a little modifying to make it work for the straight 6. I put the radiator support, so I'm going to be dropping in the radiator soon. I got the brackets for the fender wells. I'm going to be dropping those. I already have them painted. I just need to polish them out. I'm waiting. Still waiting for some other stuff. Waiting for the fan. I'm going to put the alternator in. I already have the alternator. I'm going to start putting the. I started putting the upper A-arms together. Put all new chrome bolts, rubbers, gaskets. So all that's already installed. And I'm going to start with the bottom ones now, which I'll probably start this week. It's a little dusty. Start putting the lower A-arms. And once I install the lower A-arms, I'm going to start putting the disc brakes, because I'm upgrading into disc brakes. But I have to paint the springs. I have to paint the springs and cut them to lower the car. So that's just a little update on the car, what's going on. I order the pieces for the tranny. I should be getting them this week. I have the dry shaft already installed, but I need to put the locking plate on there before I close everything up here. And I still have the motor mount that I need to install. I had to go buy new bolts, so I already have the bolts. So that's what I'll be installing. Just coming along. I'm probably going to start getting the fenders ready to put on, and then finish this body and get it ready for paint. Hopefully she'll be out this summer. But it's moving a lot faster now. And I'm putting it together as I get my chrome back. I'm putting it together, so it's moving. I'll keep you guys posted on any updates. Okay, so we got a little update on the transmission. I had to pull out the tranny mount back out because I forgot to put the yoke in. So this is the yoke. So I didn't have enough clearance to put the yoke in, so I had to remove the whole tranny mount. But I didn't do a video of how I was doing it. The reason why I'm doing the video because I'm putting the bolts back onto the U-bolts, and I couldn't remember what went there. I thought it was a lock washer. They went there. So there's the bolts there. I have them in, but it's not a lock washer that goes there. And I knew it was something, and I couldn't remember. But when I took the transmission out, it didn't have it. So I went through my books, and this is what's missing here, which is 2 plates and the 4 bolts. Well, what's actually missing is these brackets right here. And what these brackets do is once you put the bolt in, these little corners, you fold them up, and it keeps the bolt from falling out. Because if you don't put them in there with the vibration, these bolts will end up falling out. So I didn't have these brackets when I took the transmission apart. And it kept bugging me, and I kept thinking, what goes there? And I thought it was a washer. And I just kept thinking. Finally, I just decided to look. And yeah, I'm missing these brackets here. So I might look around tomorrow, my pile of junk, see if I find them. If not, I'm going to have to order them. But you have to put these brackets on, because if you don't put these brackets on, when you're driving the car, that U-boat's gonna eventually fall off, and then you have to go back and take it all apart. So this is why I'm adding this to the video. I wasn't gonna add it, but that's why I'm adding it, because I have to find those. Well, I have to order them if I can't find them, and then I gotta put the tranny mount back in. So did a little backtracking. Transmission's lined up now because it's bolted to a drive shaft, so I'm gonna leave it like that until I get my parts. But it's looking good. My favorite part is the dashboard. It's coming along. I'm gonna be pour 15 the floors after I weld in that piece of metal there. I'm gonna weld that in, and then I'm gonna pour 15 the floors, and then I'm gonna put the padding for the noise and the heat and all the other stuff before the carpet goes in. So I probably won't make a video of that stuff because it's kind of boring. But I want to let you guys know about those plates, that you have to have those plates on to secure those bolts. If not, it's going to fly off when you're driving. Alright guys, so I got the motor mount on the block on this side, and then I'm working on the one on the frame. So I have one bolt here, it takes 2 bolts here, and it takes 2 more down here on the bottom. So I'm going to start mocking that up, and then I'll continue on the video. The motor mounts on the side mounts of the 235, it takes 2 motor mounts. So it takes one underneath right here. You guys can see the rubber through here. So it goes underneath this motor mount, and then it takes another one up here, which is this one here, and it'll sit on the slot. See, and then this one will sit right on top of it, and you just run your bolt through it, and that's what keeps it in place. And here's has this little groove right here, and that'll go inside the hole here to keep it in place from moving, from shifting. And then here's the hole where you run the bolt. So on these ones, you run the bolt through the bottom, so it pushes the bottom one up, and then you run the bolt up here, and up here just takes a lug nut. You tighten it up. So I'll show you guys once I do that. Let me finish putting in the bolts, because it's kind of hard to control the camera and work at the same time. So let me bolt this down, and I'll show you guys. I gotta raise it up a little. Okay, that's good. That's good. I just need it to lean over a little bit. That's good right there. Lined up right there. Alright guys, so I closed up the garage door. It's getting a little cold out there. So right now I'm scraping all this paint off where the headers and the manifold goes. I'm not gonna install them yet. I just usually use a razor blade, but I'm gonna get it ready because I have them in the chrome shop. So I'm gonna get all this part cleaned off, so when I get them back, I could just install them. And then what I'll do is I'll sand it down here like with 120, just to make it rough, because it still has some of the old gasket, like right here. This is still like the old gasket that was stuck. So I'll take most of it off with the blade, and then I'll come back with some 120 sandpaper and just scuff it down, get it all cleaned up, get it ready, so when my headers come in, I can just install them. I'm also working on the radiator frame, but the bolts that I have are too long, so I need to cut those bolts down. I already got the gaskets, so these are ready to go. I just need to cut the bolts down and put the radiator frame in, and then I can install the frame. But right now, just putting the engine together. And then once I have it all together, I'm going to get the car running. Take it to the muffler shop, get the mufflers done. And then that way it'll be easier for me to move around instead of pushing it around. I could just start it and move it around. So basically what I'm doing is getting everything ready. I'll take this, I got tape right here covering the top of the motor, so I'm going to take that off once I get my belt cover because I don't want dirt and garbage to fall in there. So I got all the pulleys in. All the pulleys have been installed, and I got the chrome radiator hose. I might have to cut it down when I put the radiator on, but I won't know until I put the radiator on. And then there's a radiator frame sitting over on the other car. So, little update, guys.